I'm keeping my fucking hands up.
I'm not reaching for no gun, bro. Can I move my phone?
And have a firearm pulled on him by the Omaha Police Department all in the same day. Imagine that.
Qasim Shabazz is shaken up.
Man, I thought we were getting ready to lose our lives.
Let him know with this pullover, this was authorized. Think about that. Authorized to pull him over. That you ain't gonna never be bigger than us. That's what the cops send a message. I don't care what anybody says.
Terence Crawford's celebration in Omaha suddenly took a serious turn. Only hours after the city honored him with a parade and a huge gathering following his victory over Canelo Alvarez, he was reportedly pulled over by police early in the morning. Authorities said Crawford was behind the wheel of a blue four-door sedan traveling at a high speed when officers stopped him at 1:27 a.m. The situation reportedly intensified after police said they noticed a firearm on the floor of the vehicle and ordered everyone inside to get out at gunpoint.
Seatbelt. I'm
And
opening the door.
You can take
I'm
mine
opening the
off
door.
of me right here on my right. I'm keeping my fucking hands up.
I'm not reaching for no gun, bro. Can I move my phone?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Tim Bradley reflected on the circumstances surrounding Terence Crawford's traffic stop, sharing a perspective that many considered both direct and thought-provoking. Bradley suggested that what happened that night went beyond an ordinary traffic violation and may have served as a reminder that even a champion at the height of his success is still subject to the rules. He compared the situation to those moments when a celebration suddenly gives way to tension, turning what should have been a memorable day into an uncomfortable experience. His comments connected with fans who saw the irony of Crawford's big celebration being followed by flashing police lights and a tense encounter.
I mean, Terence Crawford, he on the highest cloud, bruh. In his city, let him know. Let him know. With this pullover, this was authorized. Think about that. Authorized to pull him over. That you ain't gonna never be bigger than us. That's what the cops send a message. I don't care what anybody say. The cops send a message. This our city. You might got the key, but I got the handcuffs. That's what that was. Yeah. And before y'all start talking about my ceiling real quick, my roof, hey, it been raining and stuff. Hey, it's raining now. The clouds is out right now. You can see them in the background. I'm gonna go watch the damn car in a little bit once this rain stops. But anyways, back to the video. Oh, man, look. You ain't got no city until you got the police. That's a fact. Yeah. Shoot. You ain't got no city unless you got the police. Don't ever forget that. You got to have the law enforcement on your side, man. They got to be looking out for you. For the good. Not for the bad, for the good. Yeah. Terence Crawford, it don't matter what you do for your city, man. Bruh, I'm letting you know right now, man. With this incident right here, they waiting on you to do something bad. This dude right here, he was trying to jack you. He was trying to catch you slipping. That's all it was. Seeing you on TV, displayed all on TV, parade shut down and stuff. He gotta be, securing certain points and stuff like that. He mad. He mad to see you.
Crawford's security chief described the traffic stop as an extremely tense experience. From his perspective, the officers seemed highly alert, and the situation quickly became frightening for everyone involved. Being ordered out of the vehicle at gunpoint during what was meant to be a celebratory weekend left Crawford's group deeply shaken. He recalled how rapidly the mood changed from relaxed to threatening, calling it one of the most disturbing moments of his professional career. In his view, the incident felt like much more than a standard traffic stop and became an experience that those present would remember.
The passenger seat, the same man who rode on the float with Bud during Saturday's parade.
To be a man who can get to receive his second key to the city and have a firearm pulled on him by the Omaha Police Department all in the same day. Imagine that.
Qasim Shabazz is shaken up.
Man, I thought we were getting ready to lose our lives.
Being the head of Terence Crawford's security, Shabazz has seen a lot. but nothing like this.
Oh man, it was terrible. It was terrible.
Early Sunday morning, Crawford and his team were leaving an after-party following his parade. According to police, they pulled their vehicle over near 12th and Cass Streets for reckless driving. That's where things took a dark turn.
And as soon as he said he had a firearm, the police officer that was on his side became unhinged.
Police immediately drew their weapons, pointing a gun at Shabazz and the pound-for-pound champ.
I literally had my hands on top of the ceiling and inside of the vehicle.
According to police, an officer had identified a firearm on the floor of the vehicle.
According to reports, officers initially pulled Terence Crawford's vehicle over concerns about reckless driving. Police then said they spotted 2 firearms on the floor of the car, leading to a tense situation in which the passengers were ordered out at gunpoint. However, subsequent checks reportedly showed that both firearms were legally registered and properly certified to their owners. With no additional violation found, Crawford was given a citation for reckless driving and released shortly afterward. Although the matter was officially settled, some observers interpreted the incident as something larger, suggesting that Crawford's celebration as a champion was overshadowed by an unexpected display of authority in Omaha.
Parade. KETV Newswatch 7's Pete Cudahy spoke with Mayor John Ewing, who requested that the Omaha Police Department conduct an internal investigation. And Pete, what did the mayor have to say?
Yeah, Julie, Mayor Ewing says that after such a great day yesterday, he was heartbroken hearing about the news of the traffic stop. That's why he reached out to Police Chief Todd Schmaderer and Terence Crawford himself to find out what exactly happened at that traffic stop. Omaha Police released a statement saying that a car driven by Terence Crawford was stopped for driving recklessly around 1:30 in the morning on Cass Street. An officer confirmed that while Crawford was reaching to grab his information, the cop spotted a gun by Crawford.
Andre Ward, a respected voice in boxing, offered another perspective on Crawford's situation, pointing to what he sees as a long history of people trying to minimize the champion's achievements. Ward noted that before the Canelo fight, critics often dismissed Crawford's wins by arguing that he relied too much on decisions instead of dominant finishes. In Ward's view, that narrative was used to take away from Crawford's accomplishments and overlook his ability. He suggested that the Omaha traffic stop could be seen as another moment in a broader pattern where Crawford has repeatedly had to protect his reputation. Ward stressed that attempts to diminish Crawford's legacy cannot erase what he has already accomplished or the respect he has earned in the ring.
Terence Crawford. They tried to ruin his reputation and say that he wasn't a draw when the numbers were there for you to see. When he went to MSG against guys that didn't have big names or that were faded, like Amir Khan, or when he fought Kaviaskis, he did numbers. It was a smear campaign about his personality. He doesn't talk. Nobody wants to hear him. No, that you don't want to hear. So you try to speak for the masses when the whole time you have a star right here. You got to learn how to talk to this man. Even as recent as his last fight, the fight before Canelo, the smear campaign continued. I don't hear the smear campaign now. Them voices got really, really quiet like they typically do when they get proven wrong. And they either try to jump on the wagon, I knew this kid was going to be that, or they get very, very quiet and they start to retreat back to wherever they came from and they don't have a lot to say. So I'm happy for this brother for that reason, because they tried to bury him, Roy. It didn't work. He overcame that. He said, give me my shot. I'm going to show you. And he kept doing it time and time again, and he did it again against Canelo Alvarez.
Commentators have speculated that factors beyond the official reports could have played a role in the incident. Some suggested that Omaha's leadership may have become uncomfortable with the growing influence and recognition Crawford had gained throughout the city. His journey from a local fighter to a world champion had turned him into more than an athlete. He had become a major source of community pride. Analysts suggested the incident may have served as a reminder that established institutions still maintained authority. From this perspective, the situation reflected a wider reality of fame, where greater visibility can also bring increased scrutiny and challenges.
So, wanted to send a statement because he doesn't like the rise of the Black Messiah. He don't like to see a black person in position of power. So he pulled Terence Crawford over for quote-unquote reckless driving. And as he approached the car, he decided to lie on his report, because as he approached the car, he stated that he saw a firearm on the floor panel. Come to find out, Terrence Crawford informed him as he approached the driver's side door where Terrence Crawford was driving, and in the passenger side was Terrence Crawford's head security guard. In the back was Coach Malachi, and a young lady was on the side of Coach Malachi in the back seat. And Terrence Crawford has legal firearms, and of course his security has legal firearms. They informed the officer that they have legal firearms in the vehicle. He then brandished his firearm, pointed at Terrence Crawford's face, and then got very aggressive as Terrence Crawford got, and his security and everybody in the vehicle, Coach Malachi, got nervous because he started to show the actions and body language of somebody that wanted to do something completely left. And now in the police report that has been obtained by the community and released and leaked, he never puts about the reckless driving. He never puts...
Amir Khan, the former world champion, voiced his support for Terence Crawford and stressed that whatever controversy surrounds him, his accomplishments cannot be denied. Khan praised Crawford's talent, discipline, and determination, saying he had long believed Terence would establish himself among boxing's elite. In Khan's view, what happened in Omaha cannot diminish Crawford's status or the legacy he has already built. He argued that criticism or added pressure would not change Crawford's achievements, while his supporters continued to believe that genuine talent ultimately speaks louder than the noise surrounding it.
Crawford's going to win. You see, when I watched Crawford train back in Omaha, Nebraska, and when I was in Colorado Springs, he came into my camp. He helped me out a little bit, but at the same time, I seen him sparring some heavyweight guys. I seen him wrestling some heavy, big guys, and I thought, wow. So I asked him, I go, look, do you have like a wrestling background? He goes, yeah, we're like state champion. So that showed to me that this guy is a solid, strong person. Like, no one can push him around. No one can dictate. No one's going to put pressure on him where he's going to feel hurt, because he knows how to control the ring. When it comes to box IQ, like, his IQ in boxing is probably the best. I mean, he knows what punch to throw. He knows how to maneuver these heavier, big hitters and also take away their power and put his own shots in. So yeah, he's up there, one of the best ever, really.
You know, as an ex-fighter champion, I'm just curious. We heard yesterday, Dana White says he's not going to acknowledge the WBC, IBF, WBO. He's going to have his own belt and the ring belt. And they want to potentially make changes to the Ali Act as well. This is a big thing here in America. How do you feel about, is it time to make these changes and evolve, or are you more old school and think they shouldn't happen?
Ariel, I think it's the time boxing needed to change a little bit.
The gap between the official reports and the accounts of those who witnessed the incident created a major difference in how the night was understood. While the Omaha Police Department characterized the encounter as a routine reckless driving stop, Crawford's security chief described a far more frightening situation. He believed the officer's behavior was excessive and unnecessarily intimidating. The conflicting accounts raised questions about transparency and accountability, leaving the public struggling to understand how the official version could differ so greatly from the experiences described by those involved.
Police report, but now we got information from Terence Crawford, his own team, and they're saying something completely different. If you listen, his head of security, Shabazz, said he was shaken up. He was like, I thought we were going to get popped by the cops that night. And crazy enough, he teaches classes on how to de-escalate and deal with police officers. So, you know, at least that's what they're saying his credentials are. So he knows how to de-escalate situations and still had a problem with Omaha PD. And the other thing that is different, he's saying that they didn't even know that he had a gun on him, or there was no gun on the floorboard, which changes things. So I can't wait till we get down to the nitty gritty and the body cams and this and that, because now this shakes things up. This is no longer the story we were being fed from TMZ. This is something different. The TMZ article said the cops pulled him over for reckless driving, fair if he was doing it, and seen a gun. And in my video, I said, if those things are true, then yeah, the cop can take you out the car for everybody's safety, including their own.
Omaha's leadership quickly responded to the strong public reaction, acknowledging the seriousness of the concerns surrounding the incident. The mayor and police chief announced that the matter would undergo a thorough review, including an internal affairs investigation aimed at promoting transparency and preserving public trust. While officials attempted to reassure the community that the situation would be handled appropriately, some remained skeptical, believing the initial account did not fully reflect the seriousness of the encounter. For many, the investigation was only the beginning, with its credibility ultimately depending on whether officials followed through on their promises. Observers also viewed the situation as an example of the tension that can emerge when a high-profile individual's influence grows within a community.
Put out this statement. The mayor put out a statement as well. Really no meat to it, except like he's going to do an internal investigation. Everything else felt a little political. Okay, Omaha Mayor John Ewing and Police Chief Todd Schmaderer are aware of a video circulating on social media regarding the traffic stop involving Terrence Bud Crawford early Sunday morning. Chief has authorized an internal affairs investigation. Shortly before 1:30 a.m., officers working in the downtown area observed a vehicle driving recklessly near North 12th and Capitol Avenue. A traffic stop was conducted at Cass Street. So he's pulled over because they said he's driving recklessly. All right. While speaking with the driver, an officer observed a firearm on the driver's side floorboard. I'm going to read that sentence to you again. While speaking with the driver, an officer observed a firearm on the driver's side floorboard. That is important. For safety, all 4 occupants were ordered out of the vehicle at gunpoint. The driver was later identified as Mr. Crawford upon verification of his driver's license and was issued a citation for reckless driving. One passenger, a member of Mr. Crawford's security team, was also found to be carrying a legal firearm. Okay, so that's 2 guns in the car, legally. Police have confirmed that all occupants are legally permitted to carry firearms. A police supervisor and lieutenant responded to the scene at Mr. Crawford's request. So he requested a supervisor and lieutenant to show up. Blah, blah, blah. Okay.
Some commentators argued that people in positions of authority can feel threatened when another individual rises to prominence and gains widespread public support. From their perspective, the Omaha traffic stop may have represented a deeper tension between Crawford's personal success and established power structures. Others raised concerns about possible prejudice, suggesting that factors beyond standard law enforcement procedures may have influenced how the encounter unfolded. His supporters strongly believed Crawford was treated unfairly and unnecessarily. Regardless of differing opinions, the incident sparked a wider discussion about fairness, equality, and how people are treated during encounters with authority.
So incumbent for me to say that it will not be lost on a lot of people that Terence Crawford, being obviously a black man, being pulled over by cops in such fashion and treated in such a seemingly harsh way, will not go down well with a lot of people, especially in the black community, where, let's be honest, there has been tensions over the years between the police and the black community throughout many American towns and cities. So let's be honest, this incident will do nothing to improve relations between those 2 groups, that's for sure. Because make no mistake, this is an incident that could have gone very left, very, very left. And someone could have got hurt, maybe even fatally hurt. And I'm not exaggerating when I say that, because we've seen in the past where incidents of this nature have ended up very badly. So yeah, there's a lot of people who are very upset by this incident. As I said, I've not heard anything from Terence Crawford or anyone related to Terence Crawford, anyone to do with his inner circle. I would imagine he'll be releasing a statement soon. There are some people online who are suggesting that Terence Crawford may have grounds to sue. There are others saying that he might not want to sue because Terence Crawford is a much loved member of the Omaha, Nebraska community, and he does a lot of work for the city, so he may not want to sue the city. However, it'll be interesting to see how this one gets resolved.
That's all for today's video. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more. Until next time.